Welcome back to another week of 52 Weeks of Gaming. This week I decided that I wanted to head back to a shooting game because it's been a bit of time, and I figured what better thing to do than Sniper Elite 4, because nothing like camping and sniping in a video game to be super fun, and kind of that's always the best part of the different shooters like Halo and whatnot, is being camping, because it's a legitimate strategy. So you go and do that, and that's all you pretty much do in Sniper Elite 4. It's a game, it's the latest game in the Sniper Elite series, where there's 1, 2, and 3, and it came out for Windows, PlayStation, and Xbox in 2017. It was a smash hit. When it came out, I remember people saying just the X-ray parts of the game where you snipe someone and you kind of follow the bullet and see where it hits them, and kind of the X-ray kill cam sort of system that's in the game. And I think it's a fantastic shooter in general. I mean, it's not just about sniping, obviously. It's about these missions in World War II in Italy and Sicily, and trying to go and follow up in World War II and finding this weapon. And so it's all about that, all about doing those sorts of things, and just kind of, being a one-man army and taking down all these Nazis in the game. And it's a ton of fun as far as like a sniping game, and kind of taking your time with it, because other shooters like the Call of Duty and Medal of Honor and those sorts of things that depict like World War II and Battlefield, that you're pretty much just kind of running in, and these major events, D-Day, different sort of like taking down Berlin, and different events that are going on, but not this, you're one guy who has to go and take out an entire port because they're manufacturing tanks or this super secret rocket or anything like that. And I think it's really cool as far as a shooter on what to go and do. And I think it's really unique, and I didn't play a shooter like it before, and it's kind of tough to go and say that I'm going to play a shooter like it again. You have the different parts of each level that you have to go and do, and different tasks, and it's just all about figuring out the best way to go and complete the tasks without going and being found. Obviously, if you're found, then you kind of have to go back into hiding and make sure you're not found again. And try to just be secretive as a sniper would be, and not be found out into this prolonged gun battle, which as a sniper you're kind of not the best at. I mean, it does happen, it is something you can still go and do, but obviously you would, as a sniper, would prefer to be kind of secluded and away from everyone, taking them down slowly one by one. Which again was a very interesting aspect of it, and it was kind of funny being a one-man army and doing these sections where you go and like take down someone, and then you have to run like to the other side of the map to then take down someone else, so then they all go to that direction, and then it's kind of just like you bounce back and forth. And I don't think I completed a level in less than an hour, just because of how large they are as well. The maps for each level are huge, and I'm surprised at just the overall size of it. But it was something that the developers, Rebellion Developments, did a great job on kind of putting this detail into this map and into these levels, and kind of making it something that you're really in and invested in and focused on. And time flew by in each level before I knew it, and it was much later, and I was like, whoa, it's already been an hour and a half, and I've barely completed one level, if I completed one level, just because of the amount of enemies that are in it, and the different points that you have to get to for each objective, if you want to complete all the optional ones as well as the main ones. You have these skills that you can kind of go and use and unlock as you level up your guy, as far as do you need to take less of a breath, and you can basically hold your breath longer in kind of a still pose, so your heart rate can go up higher before you have to go and kind of calm it down. Can you take less damage from falls? The typical kind of shooter sort of skills. But it's definitely something I think that anyone who's played really a shooter before, played the Sniper Elite games, played any sort of World War II game, I think that they would enjoy it. I think it's something that there's a ton of different ways to go and play each level, that it's something that you can kind of go back and be like, we're going to play it using only pistols, which would be absurd, but still is a possibility. Or we're going to just use a sniper, or we're going to just use your machine gun, and you can choose which of those you get. As the levels go on, you unlock more. So there's definitely tons of things to kind of go and do and play as each level differently, and I don't think if I went back into it, I don't think I would be able to go and play a level the same way that I played it before. I just don't think that's a possibility, and I think that's really unique and to have in a game and a lot of fun, especially in a shooter, because you think typically the levels kind of follow a formula and a pattern, and yeah, you have these same end goals, but how you go and complete them is different each time. And I think that that's something that a lot of people would go and like and enjoy and really have a lot of fun with it. There's the co-op missions and the multiplayer as well, which I don't think are bad at all, but I think that the single player just has so much to it that it is absolutely worth your time just by that alone. Because that's all I've really been talking about is that, but that there's so much to it that you can go and do that I think people would have a lot of fun with it and really enjoy it. And that's my thoughts.